So I started dictating my morning pages, and it was probably a couple of months later, and I even posted about it on social media again. I was telling people like, "Here's how I'm training myself to dictate." And a couple of months later, I was going into the kitchen, and I had to head out for an appointment in about 20 minutes, but I had a sink full of dishes. I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna get these dishes before I leave because I don't like to leave dirty dishes in the sink." So I was like, "I'm gonna knock these out right quick." Soon as I crossed the threshold into the kitchen, like an entire scene downloaded into my brain. And it was a backstory scene for the novel that I was working on, and I was like, there it is, the whole thing. Like, I had the opening sentence, the middle, the dialogue, the closing, and it was perfect. I mean, as perfect as it ever is in our head, right? And I was like, "Okay, I need to capture this, but I also need to get these dishes done, and I've only got 20 minutes." And because I was such an experienced writer at that point, I knew that that type of scene would take me about an hour to type up. And I was like, "I don't have an hour. One, the best I could do is run in there to my computer, try to capture a few notes that would hopefully jog my memory enough that I would be able to write it." And even at that, I was like, "Who are you kidding? You're even if you have notes, you're not going to be able to recapture the scene." And I thought, I've been practicing this dictation thing for a while, so why not? Why not just give it a try?" I hadn't done any fiction up to that point, and I was like, "Why not just give it a try?" So I grabbed my earbuds, when had the little mic hanging off of the cord, and which I don't really recommend because it can rub on your clothes. But the big thing is for authors getting started with dictation, just start with what you have. Like, just start with what you have, and then you can get better. You can get better setup and all. So that's what I did. I plugged in my earbuds. I started the record app on my phone, dropped my phone in my pocket, and started doing the dishes while I was speaking this scene, this backstory scene.